What up? This is your boy Dr. Lee. We're gonna talk, okay? We just wanna talk. Cause for the most part, I've been on YouTube for a long time now, and all I do is just comment. That's it. Talk shit. The typical YouTube shit talker that never has his own channel. But yeah, I'm sure some of you guys see me in the comment out there here and there. So I just decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna start making my own videos. I'm gonna start posting stuff up, and I'm gonna start doing me. What are we supposed to be talking about today? Let's talk about honesty, and let's talk about reality. Okay, I'm a huge Apple fan. Alright, I've been a huge Apple fan from day one. I owned the very first iPhone. I remember trying to jailbreak that thing back in the days. It was ridiculous. I was always like this loyal person to Apple. I tried to convince a lot of my friends who had Android phones to switch to Apple, and they did. Some of them did, and some of them they're loyal Android fan, and they stuck to their guns, and they decide, no, some of them tried it, and they were like, yeah, I think this is dope, but these two operating systems have been a huge battle between both of them. It's like, I'm an Android person, die hard. I ain't never gonna switch. I'm an Apple person, die hard. I ain't never gonna switch. Don't talk shit about Apple. Don't talk shit about Android. But let's be real. This is what this video is about. Keeping it real and keeping it 110. Cause that's me. Alright? I don't beat around the bush. I don't shit talk. But when innovative occur, and when innovation occur, you gotta recognize it. You can't ignore that shit. Anybody who's a true tech person knows this. If you're a real tech person, you got no loyal to any specific brand but technology. That's about it. I'm a huge tech person. I do have majority of my loyalty is with Apple. But let's just say, god dang. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but for the last 4 years, Apple used to be the shit back in the day. We all know that. Apple used to smoke everything Android. One thing still remains, one fact still remains, and we all know this, that when it comes to reliability and for shit working, iOS is always the king. Shit just work on there regardless of what you got. The customization king goes to Android, hands down. That's just how it is. They all have their downfall. When it comes to customization, forget it. You ain't getting it with Apple. You ain't getting it with iOS at all. When it comes to reliability, very high chances you're not getting it with Android. But have these two operating systems mature over the last couple of years? Hell yeah. Especially Android. I have to give it to Android that they have matured over the last decade, not decade, but over the last couple of years. They have matured. They still do have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to RAM management, but then again, with all the different people poking at Android when it comes to after Google release it, it goes to the phone manufacturer. Manufacturer poke it, dissect it, and ship it to the carriers. The carriers have to add their own shit on there. So after all these bullshit that they're adding there, before you know it, the operating system end up in the customer's hands. Just crap if you're lucky, And then when it comes to the phone industry these days, let's look at, we already talked about operating system, alright? Let's look at the phone industry. Where is it heading? Actual cell phones, I have my 6S Plus right here. I kind of upgraded from the 6 to the 6S Plus when the 6 series came out. And looking at this phone, Literally, it's pretty much the same, just minor upgrades when it comes to camera, 3D touch. What else did it? A better processor. That's about it. So I spent $900 for 3 minor upgrades. $900. Can you imagine that? So let's just be real when it comes to these cell phones that we are so obsessed with, because it's kind of like an extension of us, right? Let's look at this shit. I spent $900 on a better, for a decent camera. Not even, I mean, for a better camera than the last model, but not the best camera in the industry. We all know who got that, you know, like real talk, you know. And again, this video is not for Android users, you know, it's mostly for iPhone, like people who use iOS and all that stuff, for Apple fans. Let's just be real, okay? For a second, fuck everything else. Let us just be real for a second. We know that Android users and all the phones that are Android, they've been like smoking Apple out of the dust lately. No innovation whatsoever. They just like, hey, we're just gonna throw shit around and just, you know, send it to our loyal customers. And guess what? They'll buy it. That's what we've been doing. We're not really standing together to say, hey, you know, these guys are not really innovating anymore. And you know, loyal fan, which is me, I have always been talking shit to Android users, you know, like, I mean, like I had Apple back. I still do, you know, to a point now that currently I have no ground to stand or even like get their back, like no ground whatsoever. So I'm just like, when they say, oh, but we can do this and but we can do that, and there's just no ground anymore. Like, they're right. They have passed us in a lot of the ways. We are still ahead in some ways, but not much anymore. And Apple, you know, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they gotta catch up. Let's just put it that way. iOS, I was hoping that they were gonna bring some kind of a customization to iOS. Nope, that never happened. You know, iOS 10, you know what's new in iOS 10? Yeah, they beefed up the messaging, iMessage. That's it. The entire operating system had ground to catch up and do some kind of a customization. I was hoping that they were going to create some kind of a specific app store that just deals with different customization, just like, you know, Cydia. I thought they were going to implement Cydia feel or look into the operating system, but did that happen? No, that never happened. Okay. Now we all know what's going to happen. We've all seen the new the leaked version for iOS. Not iOS, but iPhone 7 or whatever it's gonna call. It's been called so many different things now. We don't even know what it's gonna be called. We were saying that. So really, what are we getting? What they did was move the antenna line up, and then now we're gonna have some dual audio. They got rid of the headphone jack. By the way, since this headphone jack shit been such a huge controversy, come on, okay? Half of the time, everybody uses Bluetooth. Like nowadays, I rarely see anybody using headphones. So if you use a headphone, shut the fuck up. Seriously, this shit is not even needed anymore. I kind of do agree with them taking away this headphone jack, because literally I never use it. Like, I never use that. I always use Bluetooth for working out. And first of all, when I'm working out, those idiots who always have like these huge headphones in their ears when they're working out is stupid. Don't do that. It just makes you look stupid. So the fact that they're kind of like doing that, and the audio that's gonna come out of this is gonna be way better for those who use headphones. That's great. You know, I think that's a good push to the right direction, you know, and believe me, every phone is going to start carrying this as well. They're gonna start. It's gonna move over to where there's no headphone jack. I know Samsung made a little bit of a joke about it in their presentation of the Note 7, which that's gonna be my next topic in a bit here. That thing was just beast mode. Like, I mean, we got smoked. I mean, seriously, we got destroyed when it comes to that. And what can I say? It's better for some reason. I don't know why. So let's talk about the Note 7. All the new features that it has. Can Apple actually catch up with that? Who knows? The next iPhone 7 that's supposed to be coming out, if Apple can even come close to the Note, I seriously don't see that happening. If they do, bravo to them. I might upgrade, but if they don't, I'm gonna wait. I'm seriously gonna wait for the next one. I'm not touching that phone because with all the feature that we've seen leaked so far, it's nothing. Like nothing compelling me to get the next iPhone 7 or iPhone SE. So please, this video, like I said again, is for my fans, you know, for the Apple fans. Get your shit together, man. Like, really, you gotta see reality. These guys are selling us shit and calling it what? Phones? Nah. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I'm getting sick and tired of Apple bullshit. You know? So they better bring it this year and next year. Or else, man, I don't use Android phones, you know? Like, I just can't switch to Android because Apple is all I know. But I can stick to what I got right now and it works perfectly fine. Like, fine. So, like I was saying, let's talk about the Galaxy Note 7. This thing is a beast. We all know that. The best phone on the market right now, and it is very far ahead with all the specs. We've all seen half of the specs that this thing has. Okay, like no way. I don't know if Apple is even going to be like remotely be able to catch up, because the Note 7, like, I mean, this thing have like the curved bezel. I'm looking at like the new pencil, all the pencil features that it has. The water resistant that this thing has, like, it's, and then not only that, but it has that strong Gorilla 5, like Gorilla Glass 5, really, like, and then security feature and privacy, like the iris scanner. That thing is just, it's crazy fast. More memory. It started the base model. We start with like what, 64 gig of memories. And then it has bigger battery, kind of, sort of, and it has that USB-C accessories with it. It comes with like a different kind of like different accessories and whatnot. Man, I mean, and the list just goes on and on and on. Like, we talking about innovation, you know. I have to give it to Samsung. I'm not a huge Samsung fan. I don't like Samsung for some reason. I'm just not their fan, like, because back in the days they were whack. Again, you guys might not want to go for it, but real talk, Samsung was whack back in the days. When they started releasing that Galaxy S6, that phone, from the Galaxy S6, the design language changed everything, and you could see it in customer loyalty, because a lot of people, they just dipped the iPhone and went to them. But you know, a few true fans was like, what did you guys do? Like, they took out some things that was real true to Samsung. They took out some things, and they did copy a few things from the iPhone, like the design language. There's just no way, like, you can't say that phone don't have similarity to the iPhone. Like, just no way. Now, I'm not talking about the back. You know, the back design language, that's different, of course, but the sides, the bezels and all that stuff, I mean, the edging of the phones, it looks just like the iPhone. Now, besides the curved version is just, yeah, that thing is sexy. If I was an Android user right now, I'd be looking at the Note and I'll be trying to get it. So real talk, okay? Everybody knows that the Note hands down is the best phone in the market right now, and it seems like it's gonna be like that until 2017 when the iPhone 8 gets released, because apparently we can't count on the iPhone 7 to even come close to this thing. So what are we doing, Apple fans? We have to accept the fact that this just happened and we just got spanked, you know, by Apple got spanked by Samsung. Like, that's real talk. That's something that you have to accept, that if your home team loses, you have to accept it, roll up, cross your fingers, and hope for the best. Now, if you guys disagree with what I had to say, leave your comment below. I always read them, and like I said again, I'm always going to keep shit real with y'all. But this is not the first video, and this ain't gonna be the last. So please rate, comment, subscribe, because there'll be more of this. Alright, until then, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.